I'm sorry.
This is a look. Turn and point the camera towards me. We go here. Okay. I got us on live screen, live play on that.
You got what?
It says we live right now.
It is.
Okay.
I don't know what all this stuff is. Good morning, Ms. Gilliam.
Good morning.
You can mute your phone. We'll be with you as soon as we get your file together.
Okay.
All right. I got the proof of insurance. Do you have proof of registration, Mr. Owens?
Guess I hit the button.
What I'm gonna ask everyone, I'll put my email in the chat. If your case involves no license, no registration, and no insurance, I would ask that if you can email me some documents, if you have insurance and registration and license now, email that to me, and we'll see if that will help in resolving your case. I can't say that it will, but I definitely can say that it won't hurt. She's gonna need that signature. And then, I'm sure there's a- two, three, five. Did include three branches
Correct. You were saying.
and warrants. So. Then Ms. Garner's got a host of default judgments that we'll look at. And Mr. Goss comes in, so I'll leave that with Mr. Goss.
Okay.
All right. Who's next? Okay, you should go ahead. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean B. Perkins. While court is in session, please keep your backgrounds quiet and clear. Sit back and wait for your names to be called. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning, officers. Good morning, everyone. We're going to
Good
get
morning.
started.
Good morning.
Mr. Owens, what I'm going to do is, I know you were first, but I'm going to wait on you. You have two matters, and I'm going to see if these, what the city attorney is going to be willing to do, because you have proof of insurance right now. So if you can hold tight a little bit, I would suggest that you do that.
All right, thank you.
Mrs. Guyton.
Yes.
What I have in front of me is offer. This must be old. Because this sheet here is not print out today.
Yeah, I just did.
It's got closed. So you must have made some payments, Ms. Guyton?
Yes.
When did you do that?
About three or 4 weeks ago.
You see what I'm saying?
I didn't see all of it.
It says closed. So she made those payments. So what we're dealing with today, and Mrs. Gaten Robinson, and all right, so let me let you have everyone know that you have a super competent lawyer on the line in Mrs. Gaten Robinson, who is going to be here to sort of advise you. She'll let you know a lot of the implications. She's a lot smarter than I am. I can let you know some things, but when you want to go in depth about some of the ramifications and repercussions of some possible offers or something like that, we can put you guys in a breakout room, ladies, in a breakout room, and you can talk to her privately, but for the most part, it's going to be fairly it's kind of the same across the board, because everybody has pretty much, this is traffic court, so everybody has pretty much the same sort of offenses. As for you, Ms. Guyton, there's 5 matters before me. You have an offer in the file here. One. An offer in the file here, and can we get Mr. Owens' file?
Yes.
Please. You have offer in the file here, and that would be pleading to a amended count of failure to display and an amended count of improper plates, and dismiss the other 4 matters. You have 6 matters in front. I will, both matters are 0-point offenses. They are misdemeanors, but they're 0-point offenses. I will fine you $240 for each matter. I will give you as much time as you need to pay. And I will also give you the opportunity, if you need to speak with Mrs. Gaten Robinson about any other implications. So you also, and everybody has the right to go to trial on these matters. I always say that you can do better, you can do the same, or potentially do worse, but the choice is yours, and you have those options. So Mrs. Guyton, you have to let me know what your pleasure is.
Is it possible to speak with her for a second? Just to make
Certainly.
sure I'm making the right choice?
Certainly.
Okay.
So, Your
Okay.
Honor, just for clarity purposes for myself, she has 5 tickets that are not adjudicated because you said she made a payment on something, so that's where my confusion comes in.
Okay, she has 6 tickets that aren't adjudicated. The payments were, and this is another sheet is still coming up. Why does it have to?
She paid the,
She paid
nothing is in the.
when it's have to go. If it doesn't, it has to be.
Exactly. If it says D, that means there's still a D,
Thanks.
but she closed.
Okay. I appreciate it. So she had some civil infractions that she paid, so those were closed. So she has 6 matters in front that are pending.
And they want her to plead to 2 and then dismiss the other 4, and the 2 that they want her to plead to are the no point offenses of no operator's license and improper plates. I mean, or, okay,
Correct.
okay.
Very
I'm ready,
display.
Your Honor. I just wanted to make sure I had clarity.
All right. I'm gonna put you guys in the breakout room and let you have an opportunity to talk that over, Ms. Guy.
Thank you.
Mr. No, this is Garner. Garner, so she had 3 other members that are in
But it's just no ROA.
Oh, that's.
No ROA.
Man, I can people talk right now.
It's hard for me to walk. She's done it at the same time.
Oh, yeah, we know that already. Like I said, you ain't gonna live that one down.
Your last name is Goss too, you be in good course. Let's see here.
And I think about that all the time, and I'm on driving. I think I need to cut my speed.
Yeah, you better cut it, it's good.
Especially because I got a new car with a GT, it's a GT. So it's a Mustang. No, Kia got a K5, 294. Like, kids.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's so, it's like a turbo, just zoom, yeah. You kill the Hellcat, that's what.
Yeah, I think that.
I would never know. Oh, well, yeah. I don't know that either. That's a rare. All right, what's going on with this one?
Mr. Owens has,
Go ahead.
let's start by calling the city of Detroit versus Jesse Owens. I'm sorry, Darnell, you ready?
Yeah.
Case number SP 1127686, counts 1 and counts 2. Mr. Owens, there's a recommendation in the file to dismiss both of these matters. Based on that recommendation, I'm sure there's no objection.
No.
These matters be dismissed, and you're free to go, Mr. Owens.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dismiss based on valid documentation. So if there's nothing else, Mr. Owens, you're free to leave. And thank you for your patience.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, Miss Guyton, Miss Guyton is prepared to enter into the offer.
All right. But this is Garner also has.
One is the state charge.
No, we other matters at once. So what we're trying to do, everyone, is we're trying to make this a one-stop shop for everyone. So if we see that you have other outstanding things, we're trying to make sure that we give you the opportunity to include those in on any offers, so you don't have to come back. Even if you have a court date set for a future date, we try to make sure that you can get that heard as well. So, and Ms. Garner, you have some things that are in warrant status. And I'm going to give this to the city attorney. So you have an opportunity to have all your stuff looked at one time. Mr. Crawford is no longer, Officer Crawford is no longer with the. Which ones? These are the kind of compliance or something that. Some kind of compliance issue.
All these are.
Yeah.
You say Kendall Crawford.
That's not Mrs. Garvey. That's not Mrs. Garvey. So we don't even make them worry about it.
Oh, this?
Yeah, that's not her. No.
I shouldn't even show up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Miss Garner, are you working?
Yeah.
You are?
Yes.
Where do you work?
Zilla at City Center.
someone that just entered the room. Mr. Rodriguez Hernandez.
What was that lady name?
Mr. Rodriguez Hernandez, Mr. Perkins.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna check in. If you can put your device on mute, please.
Do we have another last name? We don't have a lead. Mr. Perkins.
Oh, that would go to, let me look, that, we might be able to get Mr. Perkins. That would go to, Judge Larry Williams. Yeah, Mr. Perkins, you're in the wrong courtroom.
Can you please tell me what room I'm supposed to be in?
Certainly.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, 1 second, let me get that number for you.
335.
Okay, dial into 360-335-0000. Zoom into that.
You said 360
335
335
0000.
0000.
If you have some trouble, if you have any trouble, just call back in. We'll see if we can get you straight.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You too.
So, we're Mrs. We're gonna get Mrs. So let's go back to Mrs. Guyton. Is it my understanding, Counselor, that we're going to accept this offer for Mrs. Guyton?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've had time to discuss this with the attorney, Mrs. Guyton?
Yes, Your Honor.
And this is your pleasure to enter into this offer, you know the repercussions of it?
Yes.
Let's call the case. This is City of Detroit versus Denise Shanae Guyton. Case numbers SP 1032524, counts 1 and count 2. SP 1035296, counts 1 and counts 2. And 184794621. Mrs. Guyton, I have a recommendation in the file to, 1 second, let me go off the record.
That's all associated with those two.
Yeah.
You know what? Go back and write.
We can go back on the record.
Excuse me, Your Honor, Dante Goss, P60162, on behalf of the city. Your Honor, at this time, finding out that Ms. Guyton has paid three civil infractions which were related with those matters, the city will dismiss this matter.
Okay, Ms. Guyton. Based on the payment of the civil infractions that you paid with all the fines and penalties associated with that, that were related to these matters, the city has a recommendation of dismissing these matters. So I don't think that I'll hear any objection from you or your counsel. So based on that, these cases will be dismissed. Ms. Guyton, you're still gonna owe the $45 reinstatement fees for each of these matters. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will waive any warrant fee.
Your Honor,
Yes.
just for the record, she did post a $600 bond. That's what she indicated to me.
Okay. We will, now, Ms. Guyton, for that bond, I'm sure, I don't know if you have anything else out there in any other districts.
No.
So I'm sure that you really want to go and approach the Secretary of State as soon as possible to get your license. So based on that, I would suggest either one of two things, that you come down tomorrow and personally ask for that bond to be applied so they can apply that directly. If you want, we can apply that bond, but if my clerk applies that bond, it's going to take a month or so to get that bond applied to there and get to the Secretary of State. So I would suggest that you come down tomorrow morning and ask that bond to be applied immediately. The balance of that bond is going to be mailed to you. So don't expect them to give you your money back right then and be fighting with the clerks down there about your money. You're getting a gift today, so just get that. You can do that one of two ways, and that's going to be up to you on how you want to do it.
Okay.
All right. All right. If you don't have any further questions, that'll conclude the matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a great day, Mrs. Guyton.
You as well.
Thank you. We have Mrs. Garner that was in here. And I was mistaken, Mrs. Garner. I looked up on these three matters. I didn't think this could be you once I noticed the type of tickets. There's another, see, that was Christopher. I didn't see any Mrs. Garner. This was under Christine Garner. And
Yeah, the ones I was talking about. They were already.
I looked her name up.
Wait.
Mr. Brookins, what's the problem?
You paid for the Zoom number for.
I was just in that courtroom, sir, and there's no one in there.
Give it, it's just 9 o'clock, so zoom back in. Let me, if you just zoom back in, just don't worry about it. We'll find a way to, we'll work it out for you, but give them till about 9:30 or something, all right? If they don't, if they don't get in until about 9:30, you zoom back in, because you were supposed to be there yesterday at 1:30. That's what it reads on the register of action. But and I don't know if Mr. Williams has court. I don't know if
crazy because they said one of my court dates for today, and then they said the other one for tomorrow. I mean for August 2nd.
Okay.
I'm
Listen,
looking at both paperwork.
I got you. Listen, you got a very fair judge. He's gonna take care of you. The only thing I don't know is if he's got court this morning. So what we'll do is we'll find that out. But you can try to zoom in and just wait for a few minutes. If they don't have it by 9:30, then you zoom back into this court and we'll see what we can do. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you working right now?
Yes, sir.
Are you at work right now?
Oh no, sir, I'm not at work right now. I'm actually at a hotel.
Okay, so you got plenty of time then, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, just try to zoom into there again. What we'll do is we will, if you can't get in by 9:30, then zoom back here. By that time, I'll see if we can find out what Mr. Williams is, what Judge Williams's schedule is and when you should call back in. We'll see if we can get a hold of his clerk or something if they don't have court this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very well, very well. I'm gonna check, and I appreciate Mrs. Little John is at work, so I'm gonna check Mrs. Crystal Garner one more time. And if we don't have anything, we'll take care of it. So I don't see any other warrants. All right, so Mrs. Garner, you have an offering here. I have 7 matters in front of me. You have an offering here to plead to 2 of the matters, dismiss the rest. Those will be pleading to failure to display for, I'm assuming, the no ops or driving while license suspended or something of that nature. Pleading to failure to display, or at least one of those already failed to display. And dismiss the rest of the matters. I'm going to fine you $240 for each matter. Those are 0-point tickets. They are misdemeanors. And you're going to have a host of reinstatement fees to pay as well. I will waive the warrant fees, but you're going to have to pay the reinstatement fees. So I have Mrs. Gayton on the line. I'll offer you the same opportunity to speak to Mrs. Gayton Robinson.
Okay.
If you would like to go into a breakout room and discuss it, but that's the offer.
Yes, I would like to speak. Guys.
All right.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, is there a way for me to get a docket? I don't have a docket, so when I
Yes,
go over,
I see you, Ms. Robinson.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's see what Mrs. Little John has up. Mr. Lorenzo, Officer Lorenzo Jones, still with us, Mr. Clark?
So who?
Officer Lorenzo Jones, is he still?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so, Ms. Little, you're willing to dismiss based on the plea to the state matters, right? No, these aren't tickets. These are entering or moving on private property, closed. This is the, so that's the, in the park after garbage. And just your regular improper plates, roll off like suspended. So what we'll do, Miss Little John, is we'll basically give you the same offer as everyone else pretty much is to plead to plead to 2 counts of improper plates. Improper plates. And dismiss the rest of the matters. With a $240 fine, there will be, I'll give you as much time as you need to pay. That's gonna be $240 on each count. I'll give you as much time as you need to pay. You're probably gonna have the same reinstatement fees and everything as everyone else until I look it up. So, Mrs. Gaten Robinson, have you had an opportunity to speak with Mrs. Garner? I can't hear
Yes,
you.
Your Honor, she would like to take advantage of the offer.
All right, let's do that. Since I have. This is the City of Detroit versus Crystal Garner, case number SP 9809091, case number 173618151, case number 17408347, counts 1 and count 2, and case number 1840653, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mrs. Garner, like we stated off the record, there's been a recommendation in this to plead to 2 counts of failure to display, and the other matters will be dismissed. I indicated to you that I would charge $240 for each count. Mrs. Garner, I see that. Who's got their television on? Can you please mute yourself?
Ms.
Everybody
Gardner,
mute.
I think that's Ms. Gardner, Your Honor. Ms. Gardner, is there a in-school learning or something going on behind you?
Yes.
All right, please,
Your Honor.
please mute yourself until until you need to speak, Ms. Garner.
Okay.
All right, so I indicated to you that I would offer you I would fine you $240 in each matter, and that would be a total of $480. You're also going to have a host of reinstatement fees to pay. I will waive the warrant fees on these matters. And I will give you as much time as you need to pay. So it's my understanding, Ms. Gardner, that you're willing to accept this resolution? This as
Yes.
a resolution basis? Okay, Ms. Gardner, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth of the matter?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ms. Garner, do you know you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes.
And you know by accepting this offer here, you're going to give up that right?
Yes.
And are you doing that on your own free will, Ms. Garner?
Yes.
And has anybody promised you anything other than what is stated in the record?
No.
Okay. Let me draw your attention back to August the 30th, 2017. at around 10:50 p.m. in the area of Jefferson and Fisher in the city of Detroit. Mrs. Garner, on that evening, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police?
Yes,
And at that time, were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
yes,
And you could not produce a driver's license on that evening, could you?
no, I couldn't.
And you couldn't produce a driver's license because you didn't have a driver's license on your person, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna accept that as a factual basis to the amended count and to the amended count of failure to display. Mrs. Garner, let me draw your attention to the March 22nd, 2018 at 10:30 p.m. in the area of eastbound Warren and Southfield in the city of Detroit. Mrs. Garner, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police officer on that evening?
Yes,
And were you asked to produce a driver's license?
yes,
And you could not produce a driver's license, is that correct?
correct.
And you couldn't produce a driver's license because you didn't have a driver's license on your person. You didn't have a valid driver's license at that time, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay, I'm gonna accept your plea to the amended count of failure to display. I'm gonna dismiss the other matters. I'm gonna fine you $240 for each count, which would be a total of $480, and I indicated that I would give you as much time as you needed to pay. How much time do you need to pay, sir?
I can come in tomorrow and pay.
All right, Mrs. Garner, I am going to give you a date. Let's get a date for next week.
Your Honor,
Yes,
Ms. Garner has a bond.
Ms. Garner has a bond.
Ms. Garner, didn't we just discuss that you said you paid $1,300 in bond?
Yes,
Yes, Your Honor. She indicated that she had posted a $1,300 bond.
Okay, that was very well. Again, I do see a bond on one of the matters. Again, I can tell you, just like I told Ms. Geisman, that the bonds that you post, if we apply those bonds, then it's gonna take time to do that. If you wanna go approach the Secretary of State sooner rather than later to get your driver's license, you are going to have to wait if we apply. If you come in and ask for those bonds to be applied at the window, then they'll be immediately applied. So if you wanna come in tomorrow and do that, then then suggest that you do that. Now,
okay,
you're going to, seems like $1,300 will take care of everything. But all I'm concerned about for this matter is the $480. The rest of the reinstatement fees are gonna be on you. Hey, give me a date next week, please.
June 16th.
June 16th. I'm gonna put in the file a date of June 16th. And that's just a control date. And I will, if you find yourself in a situation, Ms. Garner, where you can't get this paid, or you can't get down to apply the bonds, or whatever the case may be, I would ask you to zoom back in on that date, on June 16th date, so that it doesn't incur any more penalties and fees on that.
Okay.
So it sounds like that won't be the case for you. I'm gonna waive all warrant fees. And if you have no further questions, this will conclude the matter.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much and have a great day, Mrs. Garner.
You too.
Miss Littlejohn has been waiting and she's at work, so. Okay, Miss Littlejohn, thank you for your patience. For some reason, it seems like you were here last week. But what I will say is that the city is ready to dismiss based on a plea to the state charges. I have here, unregistered, untitled vehicle, no insurance misdemeanors, 2 unregistered, untitled vehicles, failure to display improper. So what we can have you do is plead to straight up to the improper plate and amended untitled, unregistered to improper plate. And then you pay the $240. I will fine you $240 for each count.
Your Honor, are you talking to Miss Littlejohn? Because it doesn't
Yes.
seem like she's paying attention. I don't know if she, can you hear? Are you listening to the judge? He's talking to you, Miss Littlejohn.
Oh, I'm not listening to him.
Huh?
Nope, I'm not listening to him because I didn't hear him.
Okay, so yeah, Your Honor, she didn't hear any of that because it looked like somebody in her background had her attention. That's why
Correct.
I stopped.
I am correct. I'm at work.
We understand that, Miss Littlejohn, but it's your turn now, and you have to pay attention. So I wanted to get your attention and let the judge know that he didn't have your attention. So you know what's going on with your case. We're trying to get you off of Zoom and back to work.
Please, thank you.
All right. Ms. Littlejohn, I'll say this again. The city is really ready to dismiss their matters based on your agreement with the state to plead to 2 counts, 1 count straight up of the improper plate and the other count, amended count of improper plate, which would be $240 for each count. That would be a total of $480. Ms. Littlejohn, I will say the same thing to you as I've said to everyone else. You'll have an opportunity to, if you need to go over any of this with the council that's on the line. But so we have 1, 2, 4.
Sometimes
Okay.
I'm trying to get to work.
I'm just checking to see if we have everything that's, so. why I don't see it. All right, well, why is there so many of these tickets? All these tickets open? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. SP 9922261 2, 3. SP 9248. Count 1. And I have SP 776696. It says it's not closed.
Okay, so they took.
And it's just a reinstatement.
They closed.
The dismissed by Perkins. So Ms. Littlejohn, on tickets, I don't know if you can recall, did you have an occasion to take care of some drove while license suspended? This is for January 24th, 2018.
Yes. Yes.
How did you get those? What happened in that?
You know what? I can't even recall. I can't even recall, truthfully. I can't even remember when I even possibly got those tickets. And there was a lot of tickets that I didn't drive under that steering wheel, but they still sent the tickets out to me instead of the driver who actually was driving. So I really can't recall on those occasions.
Okay. These are close. This one. These are steering. It's you ticket. And I don't see this one actually at all.
Let me see here.
This is the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
She pled guilty on this one.
She pled guilty.
Yeah, she got.
Has it been paid off and stuff?
And she still owes the balance of $132.
132. Now, why wouldn't that be on this sheet? All right, based on that, what I see that you have taken care of 3 of these. You have a fine on this one that you pled guilty on entering being in the park after dark. You still have $130 you owe on that. The court is willing to offer you a plea to 1 count of improper plates and dismiss the rest of the matters. So that'll be a $240 fine. And you have a host of reinstatement fees that you're going to need to pay. I'll waive the warrant fees, and I'll give you as much time as you need to pay on that $240.
Okay.
The choice is yours. You have a right to go to trial. If you want to go to trial on these matters, then you can. You may do better, you may do worse, you may do the same.
I understand.
It's your pleasure. What would you like to do?
I'll pay the fees.
So you want to accept that, pleading to the, improper plates and the $240 fine?
That's crazy. Yes.
Okay. Who said that's crazy?
No, I'm not talking to you.
All right, so you need to be directing your attention to the court, Ms. Littlejohn, and I don't need to. All right. We'll put this matter aside until you're ready to address the court properly, all right? Put your phone on mute. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room and we'll wait. All right. Mrs. Odunzi,
Yes,
how are you, ma'am?
good.
Okay, ma'am, I see that you have paid the no proof of insurance ticket. You only have these 3 matters. Let me make sure that I look up and see. Yes, one. Two. Counsel, she's paid the civil infraction that ran along with that. I didn't even look it up. Mrs. Dunzi, am I pronouncing that right?
Yes,
Do you have any insurance now?
we actually don't even have that vehicle anymore.
Do you
So
have a
we have
vehicle?
insurance. I have the paper for it, yes.
All right, please send that. You have a driver's license?
No, I go August 15th to get them.
Okay. Let the court, provide the court with the proof of insurance. And do you have current registration?
Yes.
All right, please show the court that, all right?
Okay, do y'all have an email I can send it to?
Yep, I'm gonna send it to you. Right now. Thank you. That's what you just said. Thanks. I have sent
Okay.
you.
I see it.
I see Mr. Delvon. You have your hand raised, but you got to unmute yourself. And the gentleman in the bottom left, yeah, you just move your camera. What's your name?
Your Honor, are you talking
Ambo.
to the gentleman?
Say that again, please.
Deonvo. Brookins.
Oh, Mr. Brookins back. What happened? You couldn't get in, Mr. Brookins?
No, sir.
Okay, you don't have to call the number. I talked to Louis. I did, Your Honor. And
I'm about to go out.
they're having trouble.
I'm gonna check.
Okay, I had to go look at my paperwork and get that paperwork for you and send it to you.
Take your time, all right?
Okay.
We'll put it aside and when you come back, when I get that paperwork, we'll get you squared away.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Your Honor, Mayor Pro.
That's my
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Would you like me to give his?
No, he just called, so,
He said,
because Lewis said they were having trouble logging on. He was, I can give him the number to the court.
okay, Mr. Brookins, that we just got in touch with the courtroom and they're having a problem with people logging on. So my clerk is gonna give you the number to the courtroom so you can call.
Are you ready, Mr. Brookins?
I'm getting a pen. Hello.
Hello, hold on 1 second.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's 965
965
2291.
2291.
Yes, 965-2291.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, excuse me. Do I dial this into the Zoom ID?
No, you
No,
hang
you
up
just
and
call
down.
on the phone.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. I have who's been waiting a while.
Your-
It's Gillian.
Your Honor,
Yes.
were you trying to get the name of the gentleman that is sitting here with the blue background that has the
Yes.
Moto G phone? I thought that's whose attention. Sir, you have on a collared shirt that looks like it's black and then you have something red on. You're in a blue room. Can you touch the microphone at the bottom of your screen? There's a red microphone. Can you touch that for us, please? Touch your phone screen. You see it?
Okay.
Can you tell us your name, please?
My name is Kenneth Gardner.
Kenneth Gardner?
Yes.
Okay, give us a few moments. We needed your name so we knew what to look for, how to look for your tickets, okay?
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna touch your screen again, and at the bottom, that microphone, touch it again, and a red line's gonna go through it, so you're back on mute, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate your patience, Mr. Garner.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so next up, Mrs. Gilliam, who's been waiting patiently. Mrs. Gilliam?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, how are you today?
Not too bad.
Appreciate your patience. I do have an offer here. Let me have the opportunity to pull your name up as well to see if we are covering all our bases.
Okay.
Seems like you've been pretty busy out there on the road, Miss Gilliam. All right. Are you working, Miss Gilliam?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that full-time job?
I'm a hairstylist, so it's, yeah.
Oh, so you got plenty of money.
No, but it's a full-time
But
job.
listen, you make plenty of money there. I don't know what you spend, but you can make some money. All right. So I see that you have a host of things that are in default status. meaning you have a little ways to go to get your driver's license. I'm gonna see if I can, we're trying to do the people's work.
I posted a bond. I was told I had to.
How much bond did you post?
$1,500.
This that we got.
That's already.
There's, okay.
So yeah, I just do two.
Yeah. Now approach again.
Yes. So Ms. Gilliam, we have here an offer in the file, which would be to plead to one count of failure to display, the amended count of failure to display, and the amended count to improper plates, and dismiss the rest of the matters. I told you I'd give you as much time as you need to pay. I will, that'll be a $240 fine for each count, so $480. You'll have a host of reinstatement fees. I will waive the warrant fees. And you have a little ways to go as far as the matters that are in default, but you have a lot of bond that you'll probably have remaining that they can apply. So that's as close as I can get you, Ms. Gilman. You have the opportunity to take these things to trial. You have the opportunity to speak with Mrs. Phyllis Gayton Robinson as to what your options are and any repercussions on that, but the choice is yours.
I would like to speak to the attorney if that's possible.
I'm gonna put you in a breakout room.
Thank you.
Ma'am, up there in the top right, you've been waiting patiently. What's your name? Mrs. Rodriguez Hernandez.
It was the guy sitting there first.
Ma'am, that will be you. Okay, so Mrs. Rodriguez Hernandez, you have to unmute yourself. Until she can figure it out. I haven't gotten your paperwork, Mrs.
Your Honor, because it's started with an R. So,
No, I'm talking about Mrs. O'Dunsey.
oh, but Hernandez should go to the R.
Let's see. We have Del. Mr. Let's see, Mr. Kenneth.
Good morning, Judge.
Who's that?
Delvin.
All right. Delvin, good morning. What's your last name?
Lolly.
Okay.
¿Ya le hablaron ustedes?
Pues nomás dijo Rodríguez, pero...
Nomás dile, my name, dile que su nombre es Sara López.
Oh, ok. Es que dije...
No, es
Good morning, ma'am.
Oh, ok. Está bien. Porque ahorita me habló y no sabía ni cómo contestarle. Pero no sé cómo decirle porque ahorita me habló. Good morning.
Do you need an interpreter, ma'am?
Ya.
Yo no puedo hacer intérprete.
I know that Larry Williams has something else. Are you in Southwest Detroit, ma'am?
Yeah, this man is Sara Lopez.
Yes.
Oh, so it's Lopez. He's on his Lopez. Sarah Lopez. We don't need to get no insurance license. But we need.
Do you have insurance, ma'am?
Yep.
Can you email me that, please?
Yeah.
Do you have a driver's license, ma'am?
Yeah. Isabel.
Can you email me that as well, please?
Yes.
So she could have just screened.
Put that driver's license back up to the screen so the courtroom prosecutor can see that. And is that driver's license valid?
Yep.
Driver's license. Yeah, it was just issued 5/5/2021. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And it looks like you paid the civil infraction that's running along with this. All right, we're gonna take care of Ms. Lopez right now. She's guilty. She's speaking with. Okay. You ready now?
Yeah.
This is the city of Detroit versus Sarah Lopez. Case numbers SP 1126562, counts 1 and counts 2. Mrs. Lopez, you are charged with one count of no license, the other count of insurance misdemeanor. I see that you paid a civil infraction that went along with this ticket. You have provided the court proper documentation for the driver's license. With that, I'm going to dismiss both of these matters based on valid documentation. Thank you, Mrs. Lopez. Have a very good day, and I appreciate your patience. If you don't have any further questions, you're free to leave.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
¿Sirvió que haya pagado eso?
No.
No.
Your Honor, with Ms. Gilliam,
Yes.
she's indicated that she has some civil infractions.
Yes, a host of them.
So is she going to be responsible for paying those? Because she didn't have
Yes.
clarity on that. Okay. Where did she go?
That's the only thing that's going to be before me today is the two matters, and I just can't help Ms. Gilliam on her civil infractions. Let me see. Yes. Yeah, I can't help her on her civil infractions because these things are so old. Ms. Gilliam, you You don't do me any, I can't do anything for you. You've neglected this stuff. This is 2013. You just been on the road. 2018. So the best I can do, I did the best I can do with just pleading to 2. My city attorney's mad at me right now because we asked him to get rid of one of the other ones because he wanted you to plead to 3. That would have been 240, 240, and 240. But now you just have the 2 240s, which is 480. I wish I could help. Yes.
I did explain that to Miss Gilliam in the breakout room, what was going on and the fact that they were defaulted. I just wanted to make sure that she understood on the record that she has to address her civil infractions, and what is being addressed is her misdemeanors.
Okay. The choice is yours. Now, Miss Gilliam, you have an opportunity to go to trial. I can say that these civil infractions that you have are so old, they're not going to hear those at trial. But you have an opportunity to go at trial with the cases that are before me today. But you also have the opportunity to take this thing. I'll give you as much time as you need to pay. The choice is yours.
Okay, I'll take the payment in and I can apply my bond to it, right?
You can very well do that.
Okay.
All right, and I gave you the same. You heard me about how the bond thing is going to work as well, right?
Yeah, I got to come down and apply
to
get it moving.
Yes. All right, let's get it moving then.
Okay.
This is the state of Michigan versus Shante Gilliam. I have case numbers SP 910274, counts 1, 2, and 3. I have case numbers 1349339, counts 1 and count 3. I have case number 18416-415, counts 1 and 2. And I have case number 144238051. Mrs. Gilliam, as we stated off the record, you have a plea offer in this file, and that plea offer is to plead to 1 count of failure to display, which is a 0-point offense. Excuse me. I will charge you $240 for that, and plead to 1 count of improper plates. That is a 0-point offense, and I'll charge you $240 for that. I will also dismiss all the rest of the cases, and the state cases will be dismissed based on the plea to the city cases. Ms. Gilliam, I want to let you know, first of all, let's raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Gilliam, I want to let you know that you have a right to go to trial in these matters. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And by taking this offer that has been presented to you, you're going to give up that right to the trial. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has anybody promised you anything other than what is stated in the record?
No.
And you're giving up you're giving up this right freely and voluntarily. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me draw your attention to March the 28th, 2018, around 1:05 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Gratiot and East Forest. Ms. Gilliam, on that day, did you have occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And at that time, did the Detroit police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes,
And at that time, you couldn't produce a valid driver's license, is that correct?
that's correct.
Because your driver's license was expired, is that correct?
Yes,
I'm gonna accept your plea to the amended count of failure to display. Mrs. Gilliam, I'm gonna draw your attention to the same date in the same area. And at that time, were you asked, I'm sorry, at that time, were you asked to produce current insurance?
yes,
And you weren't able to do so at that time, were you?
nope,
Because you didn't have insurance on the vehicle you were driving. Is that right, Ms. Gilliam?
that's correct.
Okay, I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count of improper plates in that matter. I'm going to fine you $240 in each matter. That would be a total of $480. You did indicate off the record that you have a bond in the matters. You did indicate that you want to come down to the court and have those bonds applied. When would you be able to do that, Ms. Gilliam?
Soon as possible. At the latest, about a week.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 2 weeks. What is it?
June 23rd.
Just apply the bond and because she still got to pay the other tickets. It's not going to make that much difference.
All right. Well, what I can do is I can have my clerk apply the bond to these matters and everything, I guess. And then you'll come down in a week or so, or 2 weeks, and you'll see or you check online and see what else you owe for the court. I can do that, Ms. Gilliam. That again is going to take a while for that bond to apply.
That's why I say I'd rather come down.
What?
23rd.
23rd. All right, I'm going to give you till June 23rd to take care of that. I'm concerned with the 480. That's my concern today. And that's going to be the date, June 23rd is going to be the date that I need that 480 paid by. If you don't have that paid by June 23rd, I would suggest you zoom back in on that date so we can see if we can find you some more time to get that stuff taken care of, because I would hate to compound on you with interest and penalties and fees and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to pay reinstatement fees. I'll waive all warrant fees. And I'll give you that time. Is there anything else? Do you have any other questions, Ms. Gilliam?
Nope, I think that's it.
You understand what's your responsibility is in these matters. You can, if you have any other questions, let me know, but being that you don't have any questions now, I think that should conclude this matter.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Gilliam, thanks for zooming in and have a great day.
You too.
Kindergarten. Did you hear that?
Kindergarten?
Because one of the two kindergarten.
Mr. Garner, Kenneth Garner.
Yes, Your Honor.
I thank you for waiting patiently. What is your birthday?
11/2/72.
Your birthday's 11/2/72?
November the 2nd, 1972.
And 72 too? Yeah. I'm 10/2/72. So. Oh. All right, this is his.
Yes. Because the watch is.
I got Mrs. O'Dunsey raising your hand. I don't see a email for the document.
I sent it, but I can resend it. I did send it.
Yeah, I don't see it. That's what I've been waiting on, Ms. O'Dunsey. And Mr. Ali, I'm gonna.
Okay, I'll resend it.
Where is his file? Okay, there it is. Oh, I'm gonna get. Let's see. I'm trying to go in order, but what I'll do is I see Mrs. Gregory's been waiting. We only have a few more, so Mr. Ali, I'll get you next. So let's see here. Let's see, Mr. Gregory.
Yeah. Okay. First kindergarten.
First kindergarten didn't show up.
Yeah.
That's fine. Got the salt. Got it. That's gonna go to Mrs. White. Do you know that you have a court date for June 11th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. in front of Mrs. Bryant, Judge Bryant?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's. So it only looks like you have 4 matters.
Next one, four matters on the docket.
So, Mr. Garner, do you have any, Mr. Garner, so I have 2 trespassing in vacant buildings. Without too much comment, they're both at the same address. Can you tell me kind of what's going on a little bit?
About that.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Garner, do you have a place to stay?
No, I don't.
So where are you zooming in from now?
I'm at the shelter.
All right, here we go. Mr. Gardner is, he's, any matter that he's had, he's taken care of. I have 2 vacant trespassing and 2 disorder. Or no, just trespassing. 2 disorder. So I'm thinking that he's already indicated that he didn't have a place to stay. Are you working, Mr. Garner?
No, Your Honor.
He doesn't have a. So, I see the two disorderlies, Mr. Garner, without going into too much detail, what, do you recall those instances where you got a ticket for disorderly conduct?
I know I got disorderly conduct as far as like drinking in public.
So do you want to do this? Do you want to call the officer? Because you see his other thing. He's got a thing that in default that he paid. He's not working. He's homeless now, so. Mr. Garner.
Yes, Your Honor.
We're gonna cut you a real serious break here, all right? And trust me, it is a situation where we understand, the court understands your circumstances, and we want to be able to do as much as we can to help you out in that circumstance. But you have to do something to help yourself, okay? And what I mean by that is, I know situations about your living conditions, probably it can happen to anybody, and I respect that. But the disorderly conduct, the drinking in public and stuff like that, I mean, my prosecutor says if he sees that again, he's absolutely, it's not going to be any offers or anything on the table. So trust and believe. He's got a very good memory. I like to think I have one too, but it's my older age. You 48, we both 48 now, so you know the memory can kind of fade a little bit. But trust me on this, he's gonna definitely believe if you come across here again with the same sort of offenses, not if something else happens, but the same sort of offenses, particularly talking about the disorderly conduct, then. Well, trespassing, but then he's not going to be as forgiving. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So please help yourself in that, and help us so that we can avoid this situation in the future. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Let's call cases. City of Detroit versus Kenneth Joseph Garner. Case number U3929417. Case number U50344619. Case number U475944718. Case number U45741218. Mr. Garner, there is a recommendation by the city attorney, kind of reluctantly, to dismiss these cases. He definitely understands your situation, and there's definitely a lot of compassion for that. But as I said off the record, there's a lot that you can do to help yourself sometimes, and that the disorderly conducts, particularly in my eyes, are something that you can avoid. You know, I do understand that your current living situations, and while my prosecutor maybe not be so understanding about the trespassing in the vacant buildings, I certainly am, and I won't say he's not either, but he's just, put it this way, he's not going to afford you this offer again in the future. So please take that information and do the best you can to try and not get these sort of infractions again, okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, with that being said, the cases are going to be dismissed. If you don't have any further questions, Mr. Garner, then you have a great day. I appreciate your patience, and good luck to you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Let's see. Mr. Oli, I know that I said you were next. I'm going to see what, I don't have anything from you.
What were we doing with Perkins dismissing her cases?
Well, she was providing the documentation, yes.
So
She only
we
has the
dismissed?
2 cases. But
Your
she
Honor, is
did,
it possible for you to put her in a breakout room with me so that she can show me the documents and then I can confirm and collect the information from her? Would that help?
do you have the documents, Ms. O'Dunsey?
Yes, I do.
Can you hold them up to the screen, Ms. O'Dunsey?
Yes. This the insurance. This the insurance.
Miss O'Dunsey, can you talk again, please?
This the insurance.
Okay, so hold it up and be still. Your Honor, it looks like the effective date on the insurance was 9/19/2020 until 3/19/2021. Let me see the registration.
That corresponds exactly with this. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna dismiss the case. Yes.
Do you want the registrations information?
I'm fine. We're satisfied. You paid the civil infraction. You could have just texted me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Well, let's call the cases. Mr. Oli, you've been waiting patiently. I see your hand is raised. We're gonna get with you next, okay? So this is the City of Detroit versus Nikita Marie O'Dunsey. Case number SP 1114776, counts 1, 2, and 3. I do have, well, it'd be just counts 1 and 2. I do have a recommendation in the file to dismiss the matters based on valid documentation. Ms. O'Dunsey, with that, these matters will be dismissed. I would like to see oh, so you're still gonna have to pay the reinstatement fee.
Okay.
Did you post a bond?
No, I never got locked up.
That's good. And I'll waive the warrant fee. So you heard the spiel. If you want to come down and get this done sooner rather than later, then you need to come down to the court and pay those fines. Or you can pay those online too. That'll automatically trigger, at least it'll register by tomorrow, I'm sure. I think it's instant. I think it's instantaneous, right? The online payment, right? For the warrant fee. I mean, for the reinstatement fees. But I'm waiving the warrant fees. You're gonna have at least 2 reinstatement fees, and then you can approach the Secretary of State. Unless you have a valid license, though.
No, I go get them on August 15th.
All right, so you want to do that as sooner rather than later, so you'll be all set. Unless you have something else out in another jurisdiction.
No.
All right, thank you, Ms. O'Dunsey. I appreciate it. Have a great day if you don't have any further questions.
You too.
All right. All right, Mr. Foley. I'm gonna bring Ms. Littlejohn in the room now. Ms. Littlejohn.
Yes.
I don't need to hear Ms. Littlejohn, I don't need to hear the extra commentary. You understand me?
Correct. Yes.
I'm trying to do everybody in here the best I can in order for them to get in and out as soon as possible and to get the best deal that I can possibly get people in order for them to be able to move on and get past this stuff. So that all that extra commentary, I would save that for somebody else. All right.
Sure.
All right. So, Mr. Oh, you have to unmute yourself, Mr. Oley. Then can I get Mrs. Giselle Gregory's file, please?
You talking to me?
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Give me the correct pronunciation of your last name.
Lolly.
Lolly, I'm sorry. I appreciate your patience, Mr. Lolly. I am going to look up and make sure that you have nothing else out here in the 36th District Court world, at least. Before I present this offer to you. So, we have warranty. We have two matters that are in warrant status, but I don't have.
You don't have any other?
Mr. Lolly, do you have any insurance currently?
Not a vehicle anymore.
No vehicle? All right. Do you have a driver's license, Mr. Lolly?
I'll be trying to get one.
All right. So, are you working, Mr. Lolly?
Everywhere that I keep getting a job at, it's at a far distance from where I live. Then I get fired for not showing up on time because of the bus.
Well, let me ask you again, Mr. Lolly. Are you working?
I receive Social Security.
You're not working. You're collecting Social Security.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna give it to my city attorney so that he can look over the offer and readjust the offer, because those other two matters that were in warrant status weren't in the file. So, good morning, Mrs. Gregory. No.
Good morning.
Let me see. How did you zoom in today, Mrs. Gregory?
Off of my cell phone.
No, I guess I should have asked a better question. I'm sure I know why you zoomed in, probably because you got some tickets you need to take care of, but my question is, really, let's see. You're supposed to be here next month on the 8th, but we'll see. So that's scheduled for arraignment on July the 8th for Mrs. Gregory.
I'm sorry.
I'm talking to my clerk, but
Okay.
wasn't sure. has charge of drove license and not valid and proper.
That's the only charge, I mean, only.
Then she's got other issues. Those aren't gonna be in front of me. You know, you have a court date scheduled for August the 2nd, 2021.
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay. So you know you have some civil infractions that are in default.
No, I didn't know I had any.
This is back in July 17th, 2020. Print this out. You got this long? All right, just see it. Let's see what we have here. All right. Mr. Lawler, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have an offer here for you that is very favorable. My city attorney must have woke up on the right side of the bed today. And you know, he is he's handing out some good deals. So, which I appreciate him for, and I hope you do as well. But it's going to be your choice. And the choice is to plead to one count, amended count, failure to display, and to dismiss all the other matters.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I couldn't hear you. The last thing you were saying.
That's going to be plead to one count of failure to display and dismiss all the other matters. That'll be a $240 fine. We'll give you as much time as you need to pay. I don't see any, are they warm feet? Are they
Sure. Been so long.
on these? I don't see any reinstatement fees on Holly. I see warrant fees, I don't see any reinstatement fees. And I don't see any other, I see some, okay, I see some other fees that you're gonna have. You got a ticket on October 19th, 2020, and that was a registration no plate. That was a civil infraction that you didn't pay, Mr. Ali. And you have another ticket, pedestrian in the roadway, way back in 2017. That's in default as well.
No reinstatement fee.
No reinstatement fees. So based on, let's that. I'm going to allow, based on a motion from your council, to set aside the default in one of the matters. That will be the no plate, no registration. So that can be disposed of. The other ticket, the pedestrian in the roadway, you're going to have to eat that one, Mr. Ali. you're getting a very good deal here, and that was 2017, so that one you're gonna have to eat. All right?
Okay.
But at least you'll have one ticket here that we'll deal with today that's really gonna be a part of the ruling. I will dismiss all the other tickets, and I will, I'll just find you 240 and forget. All right, let's get on the record with Mr. Delvin, Devon, Ollie, case number SP 1121649, counts 1 and 2. Case number SP 11223581, SP 11226371, SP 1122637, counts 2 and 3. I read that wrong. That is supposed to be SP 1122637, counts 1, 2, and 3. Let's say SP 1123890, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1124181. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll set aside the warrants in the matter, in the 2 matters. I will enter a not guilty plea on Mr. Ali's behalf, and I told you on the record that you have the opportunity to plead to 1 count of failure to display, amended count of failure to display, and all the other matters will be dismissed. Mrs. Gayton Robinson, do you want to make that motion?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I would ask that those defaults be set aside.
Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Attorney Phyllis Gayton Robinson, P71733.
All right, I'll grant that motion to set aside the default in the SP 1124181 matter. That'll be a part of this record. We'll dismiss all the other matters. Mr. Oli, I said that I would fine you $240. Let's do this.
Okay, Your Honor.
Oli, can you please raise your right hand? You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth of the matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Put your hand down. Mr. Oli, you understand you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
And by taking this offer, you're going to give up your right to that trial. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're doing that freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what's stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Oli, I'm going to draw your attention back to October 19th, 2020 at around 2:33 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Lasher and Keeler Street. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police?
Yes, Your Honor. I was taking my cut.
Mr. Oli, we're going to get it done quicker than that. Were you asked to provide a valid driver's license?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you couldn't provide a valid driver's license on that day, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You couldn't provide one.
I couldn't provide.
Okay, and you couldn't provide one because you didn't have a valid driver's license on that day, did you?
I did.
Okay, the court will accept your plea to the amended count of failure to display. The court will dismiss all the other counts. And the court will fine you $240 in the matter. Mr. Oley, do you need time to pay that?
I probably could pay that probably around July next month.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you 30 days to pay that. That will be July the 8th, 2021. Mr. Oley, if you find yourself in a situation where you can't pay that, then please zoom back in. The court will try to give you some more time to do that. I just don't want this to compound and cause you more interest in fees and penalties. I don't see you have a bond. And if you have any, do you have any other questions, Mr. Oley?
No, Your Honor.
You still have a civil infraction that you need to pay. And I don't know whether you even going to expect that you want to get a license. That's civil infraction. So that shouldn't have any effect on the license, should it? What? Pedestrian in a roadway, civil infraction. I don't know. But anyway, I just want to let you know that you still owe that $162 for that. And if you don't have any other questions, that'll conclude the matter.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day. I appreciate your patience. This is Gregory. Why don't we have you? You weren't up for today.
Yeah, she wasn't.
Let's see if you can. Let's take care of Mrs. Littlejohn. That's Miss Gregory. That's Miss Gregory.
Yeah.
Let's take care of Mrs. Littlejohn. So.
Your Honor, is Miss Littlejohn available? Her video's not back on and she's muted.
Okay.
Yes, I'm available.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me make sure that this is Mr. Oley. We'll waive all the one names and Mr. Oley's name. No, I can't. All right, Ms. Littlejohn. These numbers. There's one. Those other matters are. These four matters are what we have. Let's call the cases and we'll sort it out on the record. This is case number, this is the city of Detroit, or the state of Michigan versus Micaiah Littlejohn. Case numbers SP 9922226, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 99222. I'm sorry, strike that. And SP 9924081. Ms. Littlejohn, it appears to me that you have taken care of some civil infractions in the past. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 civil infractions that you need to pay. And the state is willing, the city is willing to dismiss both of your main, because you only have 2 matters, city matters. Enter and remain. Why doesn't this matter come up on?
Bid. She pled guilty with 12/4/2014. She said she owed about $132.
Count 130.
And she pled guilty to 12/4/14.
How old are you, Ms. Littlejohn? Ms. Littlejohn?
Yes,
How old are you?
26.
26. So
Yes.
you got a ticket back 10, now I'd say about 7 years ago that you didn't pay. Like entering and remaining on private property while closed.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
You have a ticket that hasn't been paid, that you pled guilty to back in 2014, which was entering or remaining on private property when closed. Are you aware of that?
I served jail time for that. That was from being on a park after park hours. I served 30 days in jail for that ticket specifically.
30 days in jail for being in a park after dark?
Yes, because I ended up pulled over and they ended up when I got pulled over, they was holding me on that ticket, and they made me sit in Wayne County for 30 days. And I got out right before Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken, around that time that the ticket happened. Yeah, I did 30 days in jail for that. I don't even know why that's still on there, because I did clear everything before.
It needs to, well, this ticket was on, let's see. Let's see. I have a very short register of action for this.
I'll give you an update.
Yeah, I do see she was in custody right before Thanksgiving. You're supposed to take this under a 3-month delayed sentence. It appears maybe because it's not on here that they dismissed it based on that. I don't know why it's not showing on my screen.
It's been on the DHI.
It appears, I don't know why it's not showing on my screen. You had to type the case number in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And let's return your Judge Ford on December 17, 2024 with a payment of $450. So do you recall having to, it was after Thanksgiving that you appeared in court guilty and was taken under 771.1 and were told to appear back December 17th with a payment of $450?
It looks like she was set up on a payment arrangement.
When I see the negative, does that mean she made a payment, or that means she reduced somebody with the warrant cost, right?
Yeah.
And so when I see this, when I see $100, does that mean that they fined her the $100, or that means she made?
So that means her bond.
Right. So then we go down here, so somebody took away the $60 warrant cost. So any subtraction behind there is something that was subtracted from her one way or another, whether they took it away or she made the payment. So then
She was set up on a payment arrangement collection in room 117 downstairs.
does it appear that this case was dismissed under 771.1? Is that fine?
It appears she was on a delayed sentence, but it was never dismissed under. I don't believe she ever made the payment.
Let me ask you this, Counselor.
3-month delay.
And maybe you may be able to help me, Mrs. Gaten Robinson. I have an issue here. First of all, Mrs. Littlejohn is here for 4 different matters that are in front of me today. But I also have this U ticket in the file. And it appears that Mrs. Littlejohn pled guilty under a delayed sentence. It appears that her representation of jail time, albeit I don't know how much jail time, I can't confirm, I can only take her word for how much jail time she did. I do see that she was in custody at some point. I also see that there is a lot of, let's do this. Let's go on the record. Are we on the record? Can we call the cases? I do see that there is there's an outstanding balance for some reason or other of $132.
Your Honor, is that fees and penalties?
No, it looks as though that based on the amnesty, that the fees and penalties were wiped away.
That's the fees and penalties. It's the one cost and the late fee. And then the 30th district.
Okay. So we can waive that. That'll do away with this.
Yes.
Mrs. Littlejohn, even though you do not show the court and the people, or you did not show the court and the people any respect earlier today, I'm a forgiving person and I like to look past those things and I like to move forward. And I don't like to hold those things against people. But I hope moving forward for you that you start showing a little more respect to people and not giving all the extra editorial and all the extra comments. Sometimes, you know, when you're thinking something, even when you're frustrated, even when you're right, sometimes you need to just just compose yourself and let things be, okay?
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do for this matter that you have that's just out there is I'm gonna waive the penalties, fees, and warrant fees so that this matter can be done with. As for the other matters, I'm gonna do you the same way that I've done everybody else today. I am going to offer for you to plead to, I'm going to offer for you to plead straight up to the 1 count of improper plate. I'm going to fine you $240 in that matter. I'm going to dismiss all the other matters, and I'm going to give you as much time as you need to pay. I'll afford you the opportunity to speak with the council if you need some understanding of that. I will do that, and I'll also say to you that you have an opportunity to take this stuff to trial if you want to. You could do better, you could do worse, or you could do the same, but the choice will be yours, okay?
Yes.
What would you like to do, Ms. Littlejohn?
I'll just pay it.
All right, now, Ms. Littlejohn, before you can go approach the Secretary of State, you have some other issues some civil infractions that are out there. A handful of them. And you're gonna have a handful of reinstatement fees. And, let's see what we can do for Mrs. Littlejohn. How much do you work, Ms. Littlejohn?
I work every day,
Full time?
7 days a week. I work 7 days a week,
And how many hours a day?
about 14 to 15.
14 or 15 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Yes.
You should be flush with cash.
No, I'm broke. I'm poor. I had bought a house, lost on it. I'm so poor right now. I'm struggling.
You own your own house, Mrs. Littlejohn?
Yes.
Let's see. Mr. Goss.
Yes, sir.
We have, let's see. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Your Honor, did we lose Miss Littlejohn?
Looks like we did. Let's go to Mrs. Gregory. Thank you for your patience, Mrs. Gregory. You weren't on our docket, but we did pull up some the cases for you.
You want to highlight that she has a proper policy. Just so she'll be aware. This is the 1.98. And these are the rules of the.
You back, Ms. Littlejohn?
Yes.
All right, let's go back to Mrs. Littlejohn so we can get her back to work. Okay, what was I gonna say? Ms. Littlejohn? Mr. Goss. Ms. Littlejohn has 4 civil infractions that are in default. Is there something we can do? I'm inclined, if I say allow her to set aside the default. They're 2019. And then have her responsible for 1 and then we'll dismiss the other. She has a number. I'll go back to Mrs. Littlejohn's. She has a number of reinstatement fees that she's gonna have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 reinstatement fees. Yes, the choice is yours.
How many, on the original offer, how many she pleaded to?
Well, you said plea to the state, so state she had 3 other matters. So I said plea to 1 for the state. Plea responsible for the 1. That's our. And then,
Your Honor, if you reinstate the 4, she got to plead to 2.
All right.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, that's good. That's what we'll do. Do you hear that, Ms. Littlejohn? I tried to get you a little bit better.
Yeah.
But the city attorney was willing to meet, well, us halfway, meaning your counsel and the city attorney. He was willing to meet halfway on the matter, and what we'll do is to help you out, we will allow you to if your council makes the motion to move to set aside the default in the matters, and you'll plead, you can, I mean, and this is gonna be your choice, allow you to plead responsible for 2 of the matters. You'll still be pleading responsible, you'll still be pleading guilty to the improper plea. And we'll dismiss all the other matters. But what that will do is that will at least save you, that'll save you a tremendous amount of money, because I'll just give you the fine and I'll waive the late costs and late fees and stuff like that that are associated with that. You're still gonna have at least 9 reinstatement fees to pay. So if I add that up, that gives me $405 plus the $240.
Hey, I'm sorry, can you give me that total again?
No, I'm not done adding up. I'm still calculating, Mrs. Little John. My calculator broke it so much. Let's see here. Bright lights and I don't have a fee for the drove with bright lights glaring.
You can use the default amount, that's on the ticket.
Okay. Bear with me. Let me try to get this right. So, amount, fine. $35 plus cost of $28 plus all right, now for this SP 99222221 4201, SP 994201. I have the I'm just trying to figure out the amounts so we don't find from. I have 100.
Well, it's drove up, right, like we were.
Yes. That's one.
She owes $168.
So that's gonna be 168.
Yes.
And then the other one. Maybe that's 2. 198.
Print that one. She has $600. put your information. Yeah, you can't penalties and late fees that are bringing down.
Give me that, please, and on this one. Please.
This one will be 165, and that's including the reinstatement fee of $45. This one, this will be 140, including the $45 reinstatement.
And then the other ones, that we have,
That's all the documents that
no,
we
the
sent.
other ones that we brought on default, they're gonna be they're gonna be $245 reinstatement fees, even though we dismissed those matters as well. Right. So then that's gonna bring the reinstatement fee amount up to $495. All right. So adding this up. You're gonna leave here on my initial calculation of $1,040 that you're gonna have to pay in order to get your license. That's the best I can do for you. That brings you down tremendously. That, and I really think that, and I shouldn't have to ask you this. Oh, she's not on here. I thought I saw her pop back on. Now let's pass this. And let's get Mrs. Gregory squared away. She's been patient. Mrs. Gregory.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, you have. So you have some civil infractions that are in default. And they all look to be last year during the COVID period. I don't know what happened and why you couldn't take care of that stuff. I do see that other than the civil infractions, you only have one matter that's up. And it looks like 1, 2 of those civil infractions. Make sure. 2 of those civil infractions were on the date that you got the matter that's up in front of me today. And the other 3 civil infractions were in December. Let me ask you this. Do you have a current driver's license? Are you laying down, Mrs. Gregory?
I'm sitting up. It's a backboard, and the pillow is behind me. I have a bad back.
You in the bed?
I am sitting in the bed.
All right. Can you go sit up at a
Yes, sir. Just give me one moment.
Your Honor, she indicated that she has a bad back and is sitting.
Okay, 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 that's fine, Ms. Gregory. You can stay where you are.
I already moved. It's fine.
All right. So here we go. Let me ask you this. Do you have any insurance or any registration at this time?
At the moment, I don't have that vehicle anymore.
All right. Do you have any vehicle?
No, I don't have a vehicle.
Mr. Phelps, you're up. What do you want to do? I have Mrs. Gregory. She's got more serious matters that are going to be heard on August 8th of this year, August 2nd of this year, and that. And then it seems like twice. I don't know what your driving record looks like. So let's see. Is this the first time you've ever gotten pulled over? Or the first two times?
Yes, the reason so what's on the paper, it says that it was driving with no license. During that time, me and my mother had got into an altercation, and I ended up moving. I ended up having to leave her home, and I was homeless. But I was working, and I was paying for rooms and things in order for me to stay in a stable, safe environment. So I wasn't able to pay off those tickets.
So you know what I see, Mrs. Gregory, is that, and what I hear from you, I look at your date of birth, and I have kids around your age, and what I hear is that you and your mother got into an altercation. So it sounds like it may have been physical. I mean, I'm not here to even question that. But, and I don't even really want to know the details of the altercation. But I know that I have a mom. Thank God she's still here with me. And I know that whatever my mom does, whatever she does, I'll make it a note to never get into an altercation with her. And you, being the age that you are, living with your mom, under her roof, she's taking care of you. Even the worst things that a parent can do, which I can't see it too much, you know, if she's taking care of you and you're a grown young woman, she can't be that bad. It's kind of no reason for that to happen. I hope really that you and your mom were able to make amends.
Yes, we were. We have a wonderful relationship now. The situation, it was just out of both me and her hands. It really didn't have to do anything with me and her. It was something.
No. Let's not say that, okay? It is in your hands. It is. It's pretty much always in your hands. All right. You get where I'm coming from, because you could end it just by not saying anything else. Even if she slaps you, you could end it just by walking away.
That's what I did, sir. That's what I did. That's why I ended up leaving her home.
Okay. All right. I just had to say that to you because, like I say, I would be remiss not to mention things like that because I see your age. I see. Let me see. Let's see what you have here. I thought you had a good driving record. You might not have the best driving record, but my city attorney can read those better than I can. I haven't I haven't mastered the ability to read driving records yet. And mine wasn't the greatest either, so I probably didn't want to look at that either back in the day, especially when I was your age, Ms. Gregory.
No proof of insurance, no proof of insurance, eating traffic. She did. She goes to everything. Proof of insurance. Skiing, Hazelburg. This is just the last 2 years.
So you've been riding all over the state getting pulled over, huh?
I'm sorry?
You've been riding all over the state getting pulled over, huh?
All over the state. I'm not.
Yeah, you got Muskegon.
That Muskegon ticket, the boyfriend that I had at the time was driving, but it was my car, so I ended up getting the ticket.
What do you want to do, Mr. Goss? Mrs. Gaten Robinson?
I didn't see her.
You didn't see her? So there's only there's only really one matter up. She's got a bunch of default judgments.
Your Honor, I would ask that the default judgments be set aside in an attempt to help this young lady and get her on the right path.
I'll definitely set aside the default judgments. Those were all last year, and I understand that it was a pandemic. I do understand that there's been a big notice issue. So those were, let's call the case. Did you call the case?
No, we didn't.
Let's call the case. This is the City of Detroit versus Giselle Gregory, case number SP 1092834, counts 1 and 2. Case number SP 109304441. Case numbers strike that, 207130999, counts 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Can you put your appearance on the record, Ms. Gaten Robinson?
Attorney Phyllis Gaten Robinson, P71733.
And can you put your motion on the record?
Your Honor, with regards to the matters that have been set into default, I would ask that that default be set aside. Those matters are from last year, during a time where it was difficult for notice to get to our clients, if the court would be inclined.
The court will grant your motion, Mrs. Gaten Robinson. And right now, I'm being presented with an offer.
Same thing we told the judge. This one too.
I can't argue with Mr. Goss's resolutions. It's like Christmas in June. Where did Mrs. Gregory go?
She scooted over for a second. Miss Gregory, we need you to come back to the screen.
She went back and laid down the bed on me, didn't she?
No, she looks like she was in.
You went back and laid down again on me, Miss Gregory?
No, I'm sorry. I have a small dog, and he was getting into something. I moved him. I apologize.
Okay. I said this is Christmas in June, Miss Gregory. I think that, well, first of all, I'm glad to hear that you and your mother have made amends. I wish that in the future, you'll take some of those comments to heart that I have and realize that
Most definitely.
Yeah, just make sure that, whatever moms does, you gotta kind of get over some of those things. I'm sure whatever she did was out of love, and you gotta keep on moving. But here's the deal. Mr. Goss is willing to offer you to plead responsible to 2 counts, amended counts of blocking traffic.
So those are no point offenses, Ms. Gregory, so you know.
Okay.
You're gonna have a $175 fine for each count. Are you working, Ms. Gregory?
Yes, I'm an assistant manager at Dollar General.
Okay. So where is
You got printable on you?
That would be pleading to the 2 counts of pleading responsible for the 2 counts of disregarding a red signal and no insurance, and I'll amend those to blockading traffic. I'll fine you $175 for each count, for a total of $350. And you're gonna have to pay these reinstatement fees. Well, let me ask you this, Ms. Gregory, why weren't these things addressed when you got them?
Like I said, I was currently homeless at the time, and I was paying for hotel rooms in order for me to not be sleeping in the side of the car.
Okay.
And on top of that, I was still paying a car note.
Okay, no, don't say anymore. Okay. So what we'll do, based on the fact that Mrs. Gregory was homeless at the time, I am going to waive all the reinstatement fees. I'm going to waive the warrant fees. So, let's do this. Raise your right hand, Mrs. Gregory. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to draw your attention to July the 17th, 2020, at around 10:55 a.m. in the area of 7 Mile Road and Pontchartrain in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police officer then?
Yes, sir.
And that police officer, did you get pulled over because you ran a red light at that time, Mrs. Gregory?
The light was turning yellow, and then as I was crossing over the light, it was turning.
Listen, Miss Gregory, let's not get too deep. All right, let's say, were you pulled over for running a yellow or a red light?
Yes.
Okay. And at that time, did the officer ask you to provide proof of insurance?
Yes.
And you couldn't provide proof of insurance at that time. Is that correct, Ms. Gregory?
Yes, because I didn't have it on me. Yes.
Ms. Gregory, we're gonna make it nice and easy, just yes or no, okay?
Yes.
All we're trying to do here is make a record, okay? And establish a factual basis. Okay, based on that, I am going to, are you satisfied?
I am satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, based on that, I am going to amend both civil infractions, the no proof of insurance, and the disregarding a red or amber signal to blocking traffic. There's gonna be a $175 fine for each one of those. There's gonna be $350. I told you, okay, also, I am gonna waive all of the reinstatement fees in this matter because you indicated on the record that you were homeless. I do understand that there is a notice issue that we have to deal with anyway. So based on those facts, I will waive the reinstatement fees, and all you'd be liable for is the $350. How much time do you need to pay, Mrs. Gregory?
I'll be able to pay next week Friday.
Okay, so why don't we do this? I'm gonna give you 2 weeks until June 23rd. If you're not able to, find yourself unable to pay, zoom back in. And I can try to give you some more time. I don't want this to get a whole lot of extra penalties and fees. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
All right. Well, thank you for your patience, Mrs. Gregory. Good luck to you and your mom and a continued relationship. I'm glad to hear that that's been repaired, and keep that up. And if you don't have any further questions, I wish you the best day, okay?
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day as well.
Thank you so much. Okay, Mrs. Littlejohn. I see that I see you got your hand raised.
Hi, I'm sorry, I disconnected.
I see. So I was gonna say to you, Ms. Littlejohn.
Your Honor, Mr. Littlejohn is gone again.
It stayed on for hours. Your court, he's having trouble.
She's the last one? Well, we in the record that often.
Yes. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Thank you. Go ahead.
It's okay, right?
Thank you.
Bring one more.
Thank you.
Your Honor, are we all set?
No. What's going on, Mr. Brokers? You couldn't get it again? I'll do with you, Mrs. Little John.
I'm sorry, I'm at work and it's like a tunnel signal. I'm guessing the signal just keep dropping. So I'm just trying to stay in one space to pick up signal.
Yeah.
No, it's yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
1:30. All right, Mr. Perkins, what I just tried to text the judge. What I did do was I let him know that you've been out all morning trying to get in touch with the court. Like I say, what I think probably will happen is they'll probably just have you come back. You won't be penalized in any way. You'll probably just have to zoom in. I'm gonna wait for his response. Just give me a few minutes, all right?
Your Honor,
Okay.
I believe Mr. Brookins indicated earlier that he has another set court date. Did you say you have a date on June the 11th?
No, I have another court date on August 2nd, but that's for my
Here he is.
CCW. I had a court date scheduled for today for my
Here he is.
traffic warrants.
1 second.
Judge.
Hey, Sean, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yeah, he was on early, left early. Don't zoom in now.
All right, Mr. Brookins.
Yes, sir.
Judge Williams says zoom in right now.
Okay.
Okay. All right, thanks, Judge. Okay, what we're gonna do, Miss Littlejohn, is if we can't get through this, right now, if we get disconnected again, then don't worry about trying to zoom back in. I want you to write this phone number down.
Yes, I'm ready.
You ready?
Can you just give me the number real quick before we zoom back out?
Yeah, 929-436-2866. And you would use the same meeting ID. So instead of trying to zoom in, that's gonna give you a call in and you will be on Zoom on the phone. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, and after this, I'm just gonna say one more thing to you, Miss Littlejohn. I think, and I shouldn't have to say this, but I think you owe me and my staff an apology, all right?
Okay. Okay, so I apologize for whatever happened this morning.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So, what did we say? Okay, where were we? Back on the record with Mrs. Micah. Is that Micah?
Correct.
Littlejohn.
Yes.
And we were saying that we were offering Mrs. Littlejohn the opportunity to plead to responsible to the two counts of defective lights and drove while lights failed to dim, and plead guilty to the one count of improper plates. The amended count of improper plates would be the state case, and we would dismiss the other matters. So, Ms. Littlejohn, I indicated that I'll fine you $240 for the matters that we for the improper plate case, and I'll also fine you $165 for the insufficient defective lights, and $140 for the drove while bright glaring or without lights or failed to dim lights. Now, what I did do was those dollars include reinstatement fees in those two. You're also going to have reinstatement fees for the other matters, which I think I said there were a total of 9. I could be wrong. And then you're going to have to be responsible for you're going to have to plead responsible for, you're going to have to plead guilty to the blockading traffic, which was $240 fine. So my concern today would be the 165 plus 140. My concern today would be the 165 plus 140 plus 240, which would bring you to a total of 545. How much time would you need to pay that?
I can pay it. I could pay it by next Friday or before Friday. I just need to get up there.
All right. Did we swear Ms. Littlejohn? Okay. Ms. Littlejohn, can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Now, you heard what was said in the agreement that has been made. If you're willing to accept that, you understand that by accepting this agreement, you understand you have a right to the trial in this matters, right?
Yes.
And by taking this deal, you're going to give up that right to this trial, right?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated on the record?
No.
And are you taking this offer because are you taking this freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Okay, and you understand all of the details that we discussed, right?
Yes.
And is it my understanding that you wish to avail yourself to this?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Littlejohn, let me draw your attention to May the 10th, 2019 at 9:20 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Lafayette and East Grand Boulevard. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police?
Yes.
And on that time, did you have something wrong with your headlights in that either they had their black lights on, you were missing a lamp or something?
Yes.
What was going on with your lights?
I can't recall. I can't even really remember.
Okay. Did you have a vehicle that was a 2006 Chrysler? Do you remember that vehicle?
Yes, I had gave it to my grandmother around that time that when I had first purchased it. I had just put the car in my name around that time.
All right. And was the headlights, were the headlights bad on that vehicle at one point?
Yeah, I could believe so. Yes.
Yes. So based on that, I'm gonna find that you responsible for the defective equipment and drove lights glaring out proper lights or failed to dim lights. And I'm gonna I'm gonna find you responsible for those two matters, which happened on the same date, same occurrence. I also have here Mrs. Littlejohn.
Yes.
All of these two came on the same day. Can drawing your attention back to that date again, did the police officer, did you have on that vehicle proper registration and proper plates?
I can't remember because I really don't remember.
You gotta remember.
Wait, what year you say this was?
This was May the 10th in 2019 at 9:21 p.m. in the area of Lafayette and East Grand Boulevard. On that 2006 Chrysler, did you not have plates at one time?
Maybe after the fact. See, once I gave the car over, everything was still in my name. She was just driving it, so I can't recall too much on that. Because 2019, I wasn't actually driving that vehicle.
Okay, but the car was in your name, right?
Yes.
And you didn't update the license plate on that vehicle then, right?
Correct. No, because at that time I had signed the title over.
But
I signed the
Indicating
title
for
over.
the record that she was no longer the owner of the vehicle if the title was signed over.
Yeah, but
correct.
At the end of the day, the title was signed over, but it never was processed through the Secretary of State.
But Your Honor, she's not making a factual basis. She says she doesn't remember, and she's saying she wasn't the owner of the car, that she had signed it over to someone else.
She needs a trial. Okay, so Ms. Gayton, what do you want to do? I mean,
if she doesn't remember, Your Honor, she's going to have a hearing on it for a trial date. She can't make the factual basis. You've given her ample opportunity. You've tried to help her bend the corner several times. If she doesn't know, if she can't make the factual basis, she can't take advantage of the offer. If she's not guilty, if she's not admitting to guilt, then she can't plead guilty or responsible.
Mrs. Littlejohn.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you one more time to get your memory together about this. If you can't get your memory together, then all of those other things that we have on here, you're not going to be able to have the ability to get rid of that stuff. You're going to have to pay it. So again, on this date and time, was this vehicle in your name?
Yes, it was.
And did you have proper plates for this vehicle at that date and time?
Maybe not.
All right, I'm gonna have to set a trial date, Ms. Littlejohn. It can't be a maybe. It can't be. Yeah.
I'm not going back to. I'm not going. Ain't scheduled to put.
Say what?
At this, I keep making it to court.
No, I understand that. Then she's gonna have to pay all this money. What are you saying, Miss Littlejohn?
Huh?
What are you saying back there?
Oh no, I said just make me pay for the ticket. My schedule is kind of booked. I can't keep missing work to go to court for some old tickets. I'm sitting here trying to take care of everything that I need to take care of. And I really just don't have time. I do have kids too that I do also have to maintain. And I'm already taking day of my time right now while I'm at work to kind of get this solved. So I probably won't be able to make it to the trial because my work schedule is a mess right now with this.
Look here. You know something? It's too bad that you can't see that somebody is trying to give you an opportunity to work things out. I mean, it's up to you whether you can make it or not. I can order you to come in here. And if you don't make it, I can put a warrant out for your arrest and I can have you arrested and thrown in jail. And you won't be able to go to work and you won't be able to take care of your kids or anything while you're in jail. So for you to sit here and to not see that somebody is trying to do something for you, I don't know what else to tell you.
No, I get that, and I'm answering
You don't
each and
get
every
it.
one of your questions.
You don't get it. It's a proper procedure that I need to go by in order for you to be able to avail yourself of this very good offer that's being presented in front of you. If you don't take advantage of this, then I can leave you out there with thousands and thousands of dollars worth of penalties and fees that you'll have to pay, and you'll just have to pay that. But I'm trying to help you out. And I certainly don't need you to be telling me whether you can make it or not and stuff like that. I didn't get you into this situation.
Correct.
I'm trying to have the utmost patience and restraint with you. Now, Miss Gayton, maybe you can help her out. Let me put you guys in a breakout room, okay? Let me let you talk to Mrs. Littlejohn, okay? Please do that for me, okay?
Just for you, Your Honor.
All right. Join the room, Miss Littlejohn. I mean, that's the hard person.
Your Honor, I'm going back tomorrow.
All right.
I suggest you let her keep her fine.
I know you do.
You know, because obviously she doesn't care. She doesn't respect the court, and you feel bending over backwards, and she still doesn't respect that. So sometimes, what's that old saying? Hard head, soft behind.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I know you don't like spanking people, but you might have to think this.
You know he's gonna work it out.
Yeah, I know. You know, we gonna put a Band-Aid on that bleeding out though.
Man, go ahead out of here.
I'll see you at 1:30.
All right, we'll see you. Thank you so much, man.
It's no afternoon.
It's no afternoon. It's no afternoon. You can come back at 1:30 though. No.
Your Honor, she should be popping back over from the breakout room.
All right.
I'm good. We'll see you
All
online.
right, we'll see you. Okay. We're back on the record. It's Mrs. Micah Littlejohn. Mrs. Gayton.
Yes.
Let me know how things went.
Your Honor, Ms. Littlejohn is aware that she has indicated to the court that she wants to plead guilty to the matters and take advantage of the offer that the court made. She understands that she has to make a factually accurate basis. If she doesn't make it, Your Honor, and you try with her one more time, then she needs a trial date.
Okay.
That's all I can do. She understands. She's intelligent. If she doesn't do it, then she needs a trial date. It's literally that simple in my mind, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's do this one more time. Ms. Littlejohn, in the area on May the 10th, 2019, around 9:20 p.m., in the area of East Grand Boulevard in Lafayette, you said you had an occasion to be, well, let's say it like this. You said you had owned a 2006 Chrysler, correct?
Correct.
And at that time, that Chrysler was still in your name, meaning that Chrysler was nobody ever went to that Secretary of State to get that Chrysler out of your name. Is that correct?
Correct.
And at that time, you had not updated the plates while this Chrysler was still in your name. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And at that time, you also had defective equipment in that your headlights or one or two were not working properly. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Based on that, is that sufficient, counsel?
If the court is satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied. Let's say Mrs. Littlejohn, I'm going to find responsible for SP 9922221. The fine will be $140. I'm going to waive any other penalties that you got on there, and it will just be the $140 fee. Well, it'll be $95 fee and the $45 reinstatement fee. And I'm going to SP 9922222. I'm going to find you responsible for that. I will waive any of the late fees and penalties. You will be responsible for the fine of $120 plus the reinstatement fee, with a total of $65 on that. Mrs. Littlejohn, I'm going to find you guilty for the improper plate. That's a 0-point ticket that does not abstract to the Secretary of State. I'm going to fine you $240 for that. That's going to bring your total for me today to $545. You did indicate that you needed some time to pay. I'm going to dismiss all the other matters. Ms. Littlejohn, how much time do you need to pay?
Hey, I could pay. You know what? I could actually go down there today and pay it. I'll pay it today.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you until next week anyway, just for the computer. And that is
June 16th.
June 16th. If you find yourself unable to get down here before next week, I would hope that you would chime in or Zoom in and call and let me know so we can see if we can work out some other time for you so it doesn't get any extra penalties and fees added onto that. Ms. Littlejohn, I did indicate that you're gonna have a number of reinstatement fees to pay. That's not gonna be a part of this order today, but keep in mind that before you approach the Secretary of State, then you need to get those things paid, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm waiving any warrant fees, and the reinstatement fees are gonna be on you. Ms. Littlejohn, I'm not gonna belabor the point anymore. I really think that you have a lot of growing up to do. I understand you're still young, but you just gotta recognize and first of all, give respect to authority. I am trying to
You think that was by chance, Your Honor?
I don't know, and I don't care.
We're gonna say it was your fault.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Your Honor, are we done with the YouTube live?